Two American League teams. We'll see the Chicago White Sox as they play against the Toronto Blue Jays. And it's game time on 2K Sports.
Ticket sales for this one, 49,000 plus. Defending the home field advantage today in Toronto, it's the Blue Jays. And glad you could be with us. A mid-April matchup for this 2K Sports presentation of MLB. The starting pitching, we will see Jesse Litch. As he gets into this White Sox lineup, Steve, a little strategy?
No, nothing tricky about Jesse Litch out on the mound. He goes right at the hitters, a sinker slider guy pounding the strike zone, trying to get a lot of ground ball outs.
Lineup for the White Sox, let's take a look. It is courtesy of Pepsi. So who are you looking at, John?
Well, you talk about a veteran presence in the middle of the lineup. Paul Konerko has been one of the more consistent power hitters in baseball over the last 8 to 10 years. He's a guy that just does it in a calm, quiet way. He doesn't put up the huge monster numbers, but he puts up the consistent numbers every year. But he's also loves to get that big hit. Let's see if he can deliver one here in this one.
And Posednik's batting. Last night, Blue Jays picked up the win. And after losing Game 1, maybe they've got the momentum here. Game 3 of this 4-game set against the White Sox. Ground ball to short. McDonald. Over to Overbay. 1 away. So here's how Toronto will stack up defensively. Particular standouts here, Steve?
Aaron Hill is as much of a grinder on defense as he is on offense. This guy is always ready to make a play. He never takes a pitch off.
And it's Alexei Ramirez now, 1 away. He got 25 at-bats last season against him, 6 hits off the Blue Jays. Litch with a delivery. Ramirez will foul that one away. That is a strike, and Jesse Litch up 0-2.
Well, he clearly fooled him right there. He had him thinking fastball, and he pulled the string on it, got him to swing right through it.
A swing and a miss. Alexei Ramirez is retired.
That's a great strikeout right there, Gary. 3 pitches, and he sits him down. How about that for efficiency?
And it's Paul Konerko now.
Coming off a good ball game last night, picking up 2 hits in that one.
Good pitch from Litch, swung on and missed. Line drive fouled off towards first. And Paul Konerko strikes out, could not contact. And they go quietly offensively in this half inning, nothing across. So it'll be the Toronto Blue Jays, bottom half of the first.
Leading off the bottom of the first inning.
And doing the pitching, it'll be John Danks. He gets settled in for Chicago. Steve, he's facing that Toronto lineup today. What is he thinking about?
With John Danks on the mound, you get to watch a young guy who's crafty, not overpowering. He has
lined right at the second baseman. And so Wells retired. Brought to you by Pepsi. Here's the Blue Jays lineup. Thoughts, John? Anybody stand out?
When you're watching this game today, you are seeing one of the better players in all of baseball at second base, and that's Aaron Hill. Here's a guy who's not big in stature, only 5'11", but he has such a powerful lower body that generates so much power. That's what makes him so fun to watch.
And we've got Snyder batting.
Well, Toronto Blue Jays tore through opponents in the American League Central Division and really fared very well, but it wasn't good enough in 2009.
That pitch is not going to be in there from Danks. And it tells you when you look at the record of the Jays against the Central, this ball club in Toronto's not that bad. You move them to another division. Hey, this one's grounded hard up the middle. Beckham. Throw is not in time, and that will be an infield single. Now a quick look for this game at the White Sox and how they are positioned in the field. Any picks here, Steve?
Well, they're confident with Alex Rios out there. Just a solid all-around defender with a strong throwing arm. He's a quality defensive player.
And Lynn's batting.
Well, Adam Lynn is one of the guys that make it exciting to watch baseball. A young hitter who can hit the ball to all field and do it with power. 35 home runs in 2009.
Now 0-2, Danks with some pitches to play with. For Adam Lynn, probably the power figures were the most surprising in 2009. He really became a fly ball. And it's going to be Quentin. 2 away. Here's what the White Sox schedule looks like. Tomorrow they finish up this Toronto series. Then they take their battle back to the American League Central. The Indians at Progressive Field. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. After that, they'll be playing host to the Rays and the speed and bat of Carl Crawford. Great series there. It's Hill at the plate. And right now, top 5 in runs batted in the league. And if you just joined our broadcast, great to have you on board. 2K Sports Major League Baseball. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. And it's Carlos Quentin in the box now, leading the MLB in batting average. Good pitch from Litch, swung on and missed.
Such a consistent, productive, professional hitter. You know, one of their best bats in the lineup, Gary.
Hit sharply towards the hole. And that's out number 1 as he takes it to the bag.
Second baseman, number 15.
And Beckham's in the box.
Well, one area the Chicago White Sox are looking to see some improvement over 2009 is their team defense has got to get better.
Hit hard to second. 2 down. And the White Sox defensively, 113 errors, second worst in the American League. You are not going to win baseball games when you're giving up all those extra chances and outs.
Well, no, not in that division and not in any division, especially in the American League. Where
swung on, hit in the air to right center. That's caught. Side is retired. Nothing doing here in this half inning. Been about the defense, not the offense. Here at Rogers Center, it's scoreless. And Edwin Encarnacion standing in.
Third baseman, number 7, Edwin Encarnacion.
Danks gets him to swing and miss for a strike. Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. Here's the pitch. Foul! And another foul ball.
well, you can tell right there that the batter is in protection mode. Anything close, he's just trying to put it in play. The fact that he fouled it off will keep this at bat going.
Swung on and hit. It's going to be Quentin. Play is made.
I've got a moment to take a look back to last year's Toronto Blue Jays. Fourth in hits, fourth in home runs. And this is an offense that didn't just go up there looking to make contact. They looked to drive the ball. Among the top 5 teams in slugging percentage in the league, that ability to drive it and get the extra base hit.
Over to Konerko. 2 away.
First base, number 35.
And it's Lyle Overbay in the box. Base is empty with 2 outs. Hot shot towards the hole. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. So John Danks gets him 3 up, 3 down. Good start for him. And it'll be the White Sox. Just a little chilly here tonight. No sign of precipitation, though. It's going to be Brzezinski. Great season, top 10 in RBIs. And that swung on and missed. 0-1. Litch kicks and delivers. And that's a strike. A.J. Brzezinski now behind in the count. Defensive stance at the plate.
Well, that changeup down on the way is so tough. It's really one of those ones, all you can do is spoil it and hope to get the next one.
Through the infield base hit. That's their first hit. That brings up Martin.
Well, we've got a moment to look back to last year's Chicago White Sox and see how they ranked. 6th in home runs, 6th in stolen bases, and they were in the top 10 in team batting average with runners in scoring position, getting a lot of clutch base hits, and that's a great stat for a team that wants to win ball games.
One of the best batting averages in the league. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 0-1. Now a swing and a shot toward second. Gets one at second. And two. Double play. Here's a look. 4-6-3 on the double play.
That's the way they teach you, whether you're at second base or shortstop. One fluid motion, get it out of the glove and get rid of it.
It's going to be Nix now. 2 outs and nobody on. Litch with a delivery. Swings at that first delivery. Curveball by him on 1.
I pulled the string on that curveball, took a little bit off, and had him way out in front.
Good hard sinker. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Curveball, that tied him up in knots. Swung on and missed. Side retired. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. Both teams still. Quick glimpse of the manager, Ozzie Guillen. He's hoping for that offense to come alive sooner than later. And there's the inside pitch from Danks.
Well, a good pitch right there. He tried to get one in on his hands, but he just missed, though, in off the plate. Great pitch.
Let's the 1-0 pitch go by. 1-1.
He's just popping that glove with that four-seam fastball, pounding the strike zone.
Good looking fastball. Called the ball though. 2-1. Two-1 on the way. Hit hard to second. And tomorrow afternoon, mark this one down, we'll see Torrey Hunter and the Los Angeles Angels. They face the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Game time is 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific.
Well, this is what you want. You've got speed on first base, tie ball game. You have to do what you can to get him in scoring position. Let's see if they get him going.
We'll see Konerko holding him in there. Danks gets him to swing and miss for a strike.
Boy, that good late movement down, that cut fastball, unbelievable action on that pitch.
Called strike on a fastball, and it's 0-2.
Tough spot for the hitter right here, down 0-2. You got to foul off that tough pitch if you have to.
That ball swung on, hit. Rios to field it. That's one away.
At the plate for the Toronto Blue Jays, center fielder, number 10.
Vernon Wells with a runner on first.
Well, John Danks is a left-handed pitcher, kind of in the mold of a Mark Burley. Left-handers, they both keep the ball down the zone. They pitch with movement. Danks' fastball a little bit better. He can reach the low to mid-90s on occasion. Thing is, though, 28 home runs given up. He needs to keep the ball in the ballpark, and then you'll see his win total go up from 13 to a lot higher than that.
Hit in the air to left center. That one gets down for a base hit. Toronto here's a position to get something done. Certainly for Danks, well, the problem is learning to stay out of that too fat part of the strike zone. Sometimes he just puts pitchers right down the middle and really doesn't have to because he's solid enough to keep the ball. Hit sharply towards the hole. That'll retire Snyder. State Farm leaderboard. We recap the league leaders in extra base hits last year. There's Lynn. He's number 2. Third spot, Kendry Morales. Number 1, Mark Teixeira.
Well, everybody needs a guy in the lineup who can hit the ball for extra bases and hit it out of the ballpark, and that's what this guy can do. One of the best in baseball at hitting for extra bases, and he puts himself in scoring position seemingly every time he's at bat.
Danks gets set and delivers. That up high. Lynn stays off. He's gone 3 for 4 lifetime against John Danks. The 2-1 pitch. Lynn gets good wood on it. And in there, the Blue Jays with a run. And Wells also in. Lynn tries to take third. Toronto's offense creating multiple opportunities. See how much that triple adds to the win expectancy. Our Pepsi WPA graph.
Now this pitch comes right down Main Street, and boy, he just takes advantage of it, ripping a knot.
His eyes were lighting up on that pitch. That was just when he could put the bat on easily. It's Hill at the plate. Well, they've done themselves quite a job here. This is a nice push at this point of the ball game to get out in front.
Well, you have to credit this lineup, Gary. Some quality at bats right now and taking advantage of the opportunities, and now they have a lead.
And he leaves that one alone. Aaron Hill showing patience, evening the count. And it may be early going. They've got a chance, though, to maybe put this ball game away and put a little defeatism on the other side.
Well, what I really like is their approach at the plate. They're waiting for their pitch, and when they get it, they're driving it, taking advantage of every mistake the pitcher's making.
Swing and a foul straight back. And a great pitch catches Aaron Hill looking. That's strike 3. So they bring across 2 runs, the first 2 runs of the game here in the 3rd inning, figuring out that pitching.
The 4th inning.
And Posednik's batting.
Left fielder, number 24, Scott Posednik.
Now the first pitch. Here's a swing, a fly ball deep down the line and right. Hits back towards the wall, and he still puts it away.
This one doesn't miss by much by getting out of the ballpark, but the right fielder able to get over and make a catch.
And in the batter's box, it's Ramirez.
And Alexi Ramirez is a guy who can do.
There's a swing, line drive, center field. And it is in there. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate. Alexi Ramirez, first seen in the 06 World Baseball Classic. He had an impressive series. A lot of scouts hoped, and the White Sox were the ones that got him.
Well, and he started out in 2008 as their second baseman. 2009, he got switched to shortstop, his more natural position, and he seemed to handle it very well.
And here's Paul Konerko. He's in the top echelon of hits right now. Good pitch from Litch, swung on and missed. This one's grounded foul, wide of first. Line towards first, and Overbay makes the catch, and he can't get back. He is tagged out on the way back to the bag. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. And it's Edwin Encarnacion at the plate. And for RBIs, he's one of the best in the league. And Encarnacion's first look. Swing sends this one on a line to right center. This one into the alleyway. Should be extra bases. The throw. And he's there at second ahead of the play.
Toronto Bluejays, designated hitter, number 3.
And Ruiz settles in.
3 big hits in that game last night, and they'd love to get that contribution again today.
Here's the first pitch. That pitch is not going to be in there from Danks. Now Przinsky positions himself. Looked at Danks' pitch, 1-1.
That's a good, hard fastball right there. Let's see if he comes back with another one now.
The pitch, 1-1 delivery. A fastball taken for a strike, 1-2. Back up the middle. Back up. Over to Konerko. That's 1 down.
First baseman, number 35.
Runner at second, Lyle Overbay batting.
Overbay.
Just 1 hit, 14 ABs last year against the White Sox. And he starts Overbay out. Fastball just misses, 1-0.
Oh, it's a great fastball right there, down in the strike zone. Now there's so many ways to go. Let's see how he comes back to attack this hitter.
Over near third, and that's a base hit. Overbay on. And Encarnacion scored. Openings for this lineup offensively, don't give it to them now because they are hot.
McDonald.
Steve, sometimes that pitch down the middle you want to drive. He chose to take it the other way.
Well, good piece of hitting. You don't have to always pull that ball. You think up the middle at first and then adjust accordingly. Outstanding adjustment.
Strike started off the at-bat 0-1.
What an outstanding pitch. Changing speeds, hitting your spots. Throw that changeup away.
Taps this one foul to the right. Line softly to center field. And that one is in there. His second hit today. Fantastic chance here.
Well, real solid approach, trying to work gap to gap up the middle of the field. Gets a fastball on the outer third of the plate, but able to stay on it and get himself a base hit to center.
And we're going to see Chavez here. Lifetime 176 against the White Sox. On the ground to first. And he'll be tagged out at first base.
They can only get one out at first base in this situation, so 2 men now in scoring position.
2 out with a couple on for Vernon Wells. He singled his last trip. And Wells settles in. First pitch. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And in there, the Blue Jays with a run. The throw. Safe at home plate, in there with plenty of time. And he'll stop at second base. That'll be a 2-run double. Get to take a look at one here that probably should have ended at first base.
Well, he had the burners on coming out of the batter's box and round space. Great aggressiveness on his part. He didn't let up, and he gets in safely.
No indecision when he got to first base.
That's how you get in safely to second.
And we've got Snyder batting. And Steve, the offense continues to produce. They keep building on it.
Boy, after that quality at bat, I mean, this offense just landing some serious body blows on this pitcher in this.
That one is hit well. Quentin's there. And that one's put away to retire the side. They pick up 4 hits in the inning and 3 runs across the plate. Toronto by 5. Leading it off, Carlos Quentin.
Right fielder, number 20, Carlos Quentin.
Litch with a delivery. And this is inside, and that hit him hard.
That's not where he wanted to throw that fastball. It gets away from him. That hurts. Let's see if he rubs it going down the base.
That's going to bring Gordon Beckham up.
Now, Garrett, we saw that hitter get hit with the pitch right there. It's just a mechanical issue. He'll get that ironed out a little bit, but I don't think it's intentional, certainly.
First pitch was a strike, 0-1 now. And now we'll see if he can regroup here, get control of that pitch again, see how willing he is to throw it again right away.
Well, what you don't want to do is let it get in your head when you start to worry about pitching inside or getting too close to anybody. So he's got to make sure his head's right.
Down on strikes there. Nice piece of pitching. 1 out. And Alex Rios at the plate. Looking at last year's numbers, a very good 292 against the Blue Jays at Rogers Center. Swings and misses. The sinker, 0-1.
And the 2009 season was a big disappointment for Alex Rios, starting out with the Toronto Blue Jays and then continuing on when he got traded to the Chicago White Sox at the trade deadline. Things just didn't get better in either place.
Swung on, missed, curveball, struck him out, 2 down.
That's a big breaking ball, just at 75 on the gun.
He takes a cut on this pitch down and in the zone, but just unable to pick it up.
You like his aggression on that?
Well, Skipper can't be too mad as long as he's out there trying to make something happen.
It's going to be Przinsky in the top 10 in hits. And the first pitch. Good pitch from Litch, swung on and missed. And that's a strike. Jay Przinsky now behind in the count. Defensive stance at the plate. And A.J. Przinsky strikes out, unable to make contact on that pitch. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. Still a shutout here in Toronto.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning.
And it's Adam Lind now to lead it off. Boy, does he get attention. There's no doubt about his ability. He has the ability every time he comes up to change a game. Not a pretty pitch, no damage. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a shot to third. And Lind is retired. Those who led the league in hits last year, brought to you by State Farm. Ichiro number 1. Second, Derek Jeter. Robinson Cano third. Fourth, Miguel Cabrera. And in that 5 spot, Aaron Hill, he rounds it out.
Well, the more people you get on base, the more chance you have of scoring runs. And this guy can do it as good as anyone. He can hit, and that's what he does. He puts the ball in play. He makes things happen, but he seems to get a lot of hits. That's why he was one of the best at it last year in all of baseball. Gets on base, and he scores runs.
Swing that thing.
Swing and a line to left. And that gets down. Hill with a single. That'll bring Edwin Encarnacion up.
Toronto Blue Jays, third baseman, number
He's a big
7,
home run guy, top 10 in the league right now. Runner at first with one down. Danks gets set and delivers. Well hit towards the middle. One. Decides not to try for the double play. Hangs on to it.
The infield played it deep like they knew he was going to swing away. He did, but was still able to find the hole.
And Ruiz settles in. A runner on first with 2 outs. First pitch to him. Slider just misses. 1-0.
They got 2 outs here with a man on first base, so I think a legitimate chance to get out of this inning without being scored upon, and at least maybe get that offense back in there, see if they can't score some runs.
The 1-1. Hot shot towards the hole. And the throw not in time. Easily safe at first. That'll bring up Lyle Overbay. And he starts Overbay out. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And he's there to retire the side. So no runs, 2 hits, and they strand 2. And here's Mark Teahen leading it off. He's got one of the best averages in the American League.
Mark Teahen.
First one to Teahen. Here's the pitch. Swinging and a miss, and he falls behind on the count 0-1.
Just a solid offensive player day in and day out, and a guy that really can deliver for this offense.
That is a strike, and Jesse Litch up 0-2.
Gary, he's not felt any pressure out there on the mound, and the defense has not felt that much pressure either. With only 1 run.
Now a swing and a shot toward second. 1 down. Springtime around Major League Baseball. Here's a look at the Blue Jays. 1 game left with the White Sox. That's tomorrow. After that, they'll be playing host to the Angels and the bat of Bobby Abreu. That's a 3-game series. And after that, they face another competitive team at home, the Kansas City Royals. Home sweet home for a while here. They'll try to make the most of it. 0-1. Litch kicks and delivers. And he fouls another one off. Drilled towards the hole. And that's going to bring Scott Podsednik up.
Well, that pitch down and away is the toughest in the game to hit. It's a perfect pitch from the pitcher. Great piece of hitting.
And keep that in mind. Next time around, we'll see whether or not he changes up and how he throws to this guy. And the first pitch has him out in front as he swings and misses. Strike 1. Career numbers 224 against the Blue Jays. 0-1 pitch is a cut fastball, swung on and missed. 0-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a breaking ball. 2 down.
That's a big breaking ball, just at 75 on the gun.
Well, a great job getting it 0-2. That third pitch, unhittable.
Guess he figured, why waste a pitch, save the arm? He did.
Nice job.
And in the batter's box, it's Ramirez. And at the plate, one of the tops in runs scored, top 5. And it's 0-2. Alexei Ramirez going to have to protect now.
Gary, he can really swing the bat. Just a quality approach at the plate, day in and day out. That consistency is critical to their success.
Swung on, lined over the first baseman's head. And they can't cut it off. It'll roll to the wall. And he's waved home. Tremendous situation now for the White Sox. Boy, I don't know on that count, Steve. Number 1, the fact that he swung's kind of a surprise. I don't know how he hit that where it was.
You're right. On an 0-2 count, you have to protect the plate. Sometimes it's a defensive swing, but sometimes it works out.
And Konerko will take it down low for a ball. .429, big number, the average last season against the Blue Jays here in Toronto. That one swung on, it's lined. Gets another one down, that'll score a run.
Now
And the
batting
White Sox,
for
they
the
just
Chicago
keep
White Sox,
rolling.
Right fielder, number 20, Carlos Quentin.
Oh, this is great patience at the plate. He lets the ball get deep in on the plate, comes in toward his hands, keeps his hands inside the ball, and drives it the other way.
You make yourself a whole different ball player if you can take the ball the other way, as he just did. First pitch to Quinton. That swung on a liner here. And in there, the White Sox will score.
Now
Openings for
batting
this
the
lineup
Chicago White
offensively,
Sox,
don't give it to them now because they are hot.
Gordon Beckett.
Well, that's 3 consecutive hits he's given up. He can't be out of gas yet. He just has to bear down and get somebody out. They don't want to go to the bullpen this early in the game.
Litch with a delivery. He waved at that breaker and misses, and the 0-1 count.
Look, you got to like their approach here right now. I mean, they know they just need to get base runners. When you get base runners, give yourself opportunities to score. You can do it, and they picked up a couple runs just by doing that.
They got a chance here to gain a base. There's the throw. Struck him out, and he's still going to make it down to first base.
Well, Gary, able to capitalize on this mistake. The catcher's got to keep it in front, knock it down. Couldn't get the out. We'll see how it impacts the outcome of this game.
And now an extra out in this inning. And he did that here late in the ball game in just 3 pitches.
Well, late game situation right there, and you talked about a guy who made quality pitches to get a big out. There it was.
Alex Rios has been in these situations before and gotten the job done. Let's see if he can get it done again.
Steve, you got to like the odds right here. You get that base hit, and all of a sudden this game changes.
Now, if he hits one over the ball, too, it completely changes the complexion of this game.
Swung on and ripped towards second. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. So they pick up 4 hits in the inning and 2 runs across. The White Sox, they're not going to concede this. They've made a pretty good chunk out of that lead. We'll get a look at that leadoff hitter due up here in the inning. And a shot of the manager, Cito Gaston. He has to be pleased with his team's performance so far today. The first pitch. Hit in the air to left center. And he gets it down. That's his 3rd hit, 3 for 3.
We talk about a guy who's swinging a pretty hot bat right now. His 3rd hit of this ball game, and it comes with nobody out in the inning.
And here's the first one. There's a strike from Danks, now 0-1.
You could see that big curveball just give the jelly leg to the hitter. He was way out in front of it and had no chance of swinging at it.
Swing and a line drive. And it's caught by Ramirez. And that'll hold the runner at first.
Center fielder.
It's going to be Wells. He doubled home a couple in his last at bat.
Well, he's already driven in a couple runs in this one, Gary. You got to believe they're going to pitch him a little bit more carefully this time around.
Vernon Wells with a runner on first. Toronto won last night. They now find themselves 1-1 in Game 3 of this 4-game set against the White Sox. That's a good pitch from Danks. It's in there. The last 4 innings of that last game making a world of difference for the offense.
Well, did it ever, and those bats woke up late in the game to help seal the victory.
And it's 0-2. Wells is going to move up a little on the plate.
Well, this one just fooled him. He was looking for the big breaking ball to bounce in the dirt. He hung it, left it sitting there on a tee, but he didn't swing.
And Vernon Wells right through on that cut, strike 3.
Well, they went away right there, and he put a pretty good swing on it, but just couldn't quite make contact. Welcome back to the dugout now.
And we've got Snyder batting. And he's in the top 10 in the league in runs. Runner on first, 2 away. First pitch on the way. There's a strike from Danks, now 0-1.
He's getting it done all season long, Gary, and a guy they're really looking to count on.
And that swung on and hit. Rios. And that's out number 3. John Danks comes off the mound. And it'll be... Leading it off, A.J. Brzezinski. Struck out swinging his last time up.
A.J. Brzezinski.
And here's the first one. Dirt pitch swung on and missed. Not feeling real good about that one. 0-1, Litch kicks and delivers. And that's a strike. A.J. Brzezinski now behind in the count. Defensive stance at the plate.
Well, with 9 outs to go right now and leading by 3.
This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. And it's off the right field wall.
Now up to the plate.
Nice two-strike approach by the hitter. A high pitch up in the zone. Able to fight it off and make contact and put it in play.
Now here is Mark Tian. Boy, what a chance he's got here for the White Sox. First one to Tian. Here's the pitch. Good pitch from Litch. Swung on and missed.
Well, as a hitter, if you're looking for something off speed, you don't swing at anything hard. But that's what he did. He wasn't expecting that speed, and he swung late.
And that's a strike. Mark Tian's going to have to take very close approach on the next one. The pitch. A smash towards the hole. Hill feels that one. And that'll set down Tian. Springtime around Major League Baseball. Here's a look at the Blue Jays. 1 game left for the White Sox. That's tomorrow. After that, they'll be playing host to the Angels and the bat of Bobby Abreu. That's a 3-game series. Their homestand continues with another team, the Kansas City Royals. So, a lot of home games to look forward to. Ground ball to Overbay. And Brzezinski comes in.
Now up to the plate for the Chicago White Sox. Left fielder number 24, Scott Sedney.
And Posednik's batting. Very important production we've seen. They still need some more, but they're starting to get it done.
Now, Gary, you know what? They're chipping away at this lead, and just in time, too. They don't have too many opportunities left, so let's see if they can keep on cashing in here. Well, we've got a moment to look back to last year's Chicago White Sox and see how they ranked. 6th in home runs, 6th in stolen bases, and they were in the top 10 in team batting average with runners in scoring position, getting a lot of clutch base hits, and that's a great stat for a team that wants to win ball games.
Good pitch from Litch, swung on and missed.
And Alexi Ramirez was a guy who struggled in the first half of the season for the Chicago White Sox, got dropped in the batting order, and then in the second half started picking it up a little bit in 2009.
This one's going to be fielded by Wells. Didn't have a problem getting over there in time. With that, they'll hold the runners at first and second.
Now up to the plate for the Chicago White Sox.
A big opportunity right now for Paul Konerko to deliver for his teammates, Gary.
And an RBI single his last time to the plate. 2 down. Runners at first and second. And it goes foul. Oh, 1, Litch kicks and delivers. Overbay, good glove work. And he'll step on first to retire the side. So they scratch across a run. 3 hits and a couple left on. The White Sox, they're not going to concede this. They've made a pretty good chunk out of that lead. Quick look at Ozzie Guillen looking up. His glove's moving in the right direction offensively. Last half inning, pitching is now critical to give his guys a shot. They try and get this tied. Towards the middle. Tell you what, Steve, that really was a great play and well worth another look.
Well, so many good things going on right there. Well executed play.
It's Hill at the plate. He had a single in his last time up. Danks gets set and delivers. Slide to right. And it's going to be Quentin. And he gets to it and puts it away. Now look at the teams who led the league in extra base hits last year, brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, the Yankees. Second, the Rangers. The Red Sox third. Fourth, the Jays. And at number 5 on the list, the Rays.
Well, the bottom line is, as a hitter, you want to put yourself in scoring position.
This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. Can't cut it off. It's going to roll to the wall. Encarnacion headed to third. Not in time. In there at third.
Up to the plate.
Well, in a ball game like this, you make this kind of a play, you had better be safe.
You are in scoring position on second base. This is a very risky play. It worked out, but you have to wonder if it was too risky to take.
First pitch, and he misses the fastball, strike 1.
Well, if you're going to get a good fastball, you better pull the trigger a little sooner. You can't be late on that heater.
And that breaks low, and it even ends up in the dirt. Liner between first and second. And he'll step on first to retire the side. Well, we see another good John Danks performance in that inning. And it'll be the White Sox. And it's Carlos Quentin in the box now. Drove in a run earlier in the game. First pitch to Quentin. Hit sharply towards the hole. And makes its way through. The tying run will come to bat.
Now batting for the Chicago.
Well, anytime you get your first hitter up in the inning, big things could happen. It opens up a lot of holes in the defense, and it makes it a lot easier to hit for the guys behind you.
Here is the opportunity for the youngster Gordon Beckham. And here's the first one. That fastball gets by him on the first pitch, 0-1.
Clearly, you're getting very late here in the ball game, and you know the game's getting short, so you've got to look to play for a big inning.
Hit hard to second. He's up with it. To second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. 1-2. Won't get it.
I've got a moment to take a look back to last year's Toronto Blue Jays. 4th in hits, 4th in home runs, and this is an offense that didn't just go up there looking to make contact. They looked to drive the ball. Among the top 5 teams in slugging percentage in the league, that ability to drive it and get the extra base hit.
First pitch was a strike. 0-1 now.
And the 2009 season was a big disappointment for Alex Rios, starting out with the Toronto Blue Jays and then continuing on when he got traded to the Chicago White Sox at the trade deadline. Things just didn't get better in either place.
Litch with a delivery. He got him. That's 9 Ks now.
Boy, terrific break on this pitch. Just bottoms out. Pretty fast for a breaking ball, too.
Fantastic piece of pitching to get that out, John.
Well, that's the part of pitching you love. He's looking for a fastball. He's expecting a fastball, and then just drop one right off the table. What a pitch.
Now the first pitch. Line shot into center field. And that's going to be a base hit. Tying run is on.
Now batting.
Well, he's having himself a day right here in this one. 2-out hit right there. That's his 3rd hit of the game so far.
Mark Teahen, the guy they look to in this lineup, Gary, to get the job done. Let's see if he can set off some fireworks here.
Over the course of last season, only a 179 average against the Jays. And that's the 3rd out. That'll do it. So, Cito Gaston, a look on camera. Last inning, that pitching gave up nothing. That's what he wants to see. Now looking for the offense to try and expand the lead. Danks gets set and delivers. Line drive. And that sets down Overbay. Here's what the White Sox schedule looks like. Tomorrow they finish up this Toronto series. They'll grapple with another AL Central team, the Indians at Progressive Field. That'll be a 3-game series. And then the Rays come into town, kicking off the homestand. Great series there. 1-0 pitch, changeup in there, 1-1.
Well, this guy's changeup is so good that a lot of hitters almost forget about his fastball, but it's that speed differential that makes it so effective.
Swings and grounds this one to the right side, foul. The master of changing speed, Steve, as you were talking about, makes that changeup that much better.
And what makes him so good is the ability to throw that changeup for a strike and have the courage to do it.
Popped into foul territory down the left side. Good effort there, but he couldn't get into position to make that play.
Well, still a pitcher's count right here, and this is when you step into batter's box. You didn't want to get in this situation, but now you know it's a battle. You're going to have to really work to try to get on base. Fouling that pitch off will help.
Number 13,
Down on strikes there. Nice piece of pitching work. And that will keep this game close in the late goings.
Well, you like to see a guy get on base and make things happen, and right there, the pitcher's just better.
There's a strike from Danks, now 0-1.
A very effective pitch. The changeup painting the outside corner. Now you can go back hard in or go soft away again.
Smash towards the middle, and that's a base hit. Chavez on. Team leaders in home runs. How'd they do it last year? Well, let's take a look at our State Farm leaderboard. The Yankees, number 1. Second, the Rangers. The Red Sox, third. Fourth, the Jays. And at number, here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And it's going to be Quinton. And that's the third out. That'll do it. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand him. Look at the manager, Ozzie Guillen. Still a chance here for his ball club with a 2-run deficit looming large, but it is not insurmountable. And out on the mound, we'll see Jason Frazier. They've decided it's time to bring a new arm into this one.
Well, Jason Frazier's your prototypical relief pitcher. He can pitch anywhere in the game, but he also has the ability to close out games. And how does he do it?
That one swung on its line, and Hill pulls it in.
Defensively, a one out here in the 9th inning. You want to make a play. Just get an out. You will trade a run for an out here with a 2-run lead.
And the first pitch. Swing and lined up the middle. That gets down. The tying run coming up.
Coming to bat.
Well, this guy's always a threat to go. He steals a lot of bases, so they're going to have to keep a close eye on him, and maybe they'll make a mistake to the hitter, paying attention to the runner.
And the first pitch. Swings and misses at the fastball, 0-1.
Oh, he just swung late on that one. That's what you call getting gassed up.
Here's the pitch. Hard grounded to short. Picks it up. Got one. And a deuce, a double play.
Toronto comes away with the win, Gary. They did what they needed to do to pull this one out and have to be feeling pretty good about the way they played today.
Now we present our Pepsi Clutch Performer.
And for our listeners' benefit, and for you also, Gary, I would have liked to avoid some sort of cliche, but it never stops being true. You can't have enough starting pitching in Major League Baseball. And he gave a command performance today in this one, showing just why having that starting pitching is so vital.
And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Well, no question about it. They get the win in a close game, a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, and ready for the next one.
Thanks for being with us today. We hope you've enjoyed 2K Sports Major League Baseball.